Let's talk about something many men never fully understand. They believe attraction is some supernatural spark, something that either happens immediately or doesn't happen at all. They think if a woman says, "I'm not interested," that it's the end of the road for them. But here's the reality: attraction does not work like that. Attraction is not a fixed phenomenon. It's not permanent. It's not written in stone. Attraction is flexible. It's founded on how she feels when she's around you. And that means, even though she's not interested at the moment, it can shift if you know what you're doing. The key question is, do you understand the signs? Do you understand what causes her brain to wake up and begin to see you differently? That's the insight I'm about to share with you. Women are emotional beings, and that is not an insult, it's just how they are created. A woman doesn't sit down and make a checklist like a computer program. She doesn't say, "He's tall. He's wealthy. He's charming. Yes, I like him." She feels attracted to you due to your energy and how you conduct yourself. A man who is desperate, continuously chasing, and begging for her attention ruins the attraction. But a man who stands strong, concentrates on his life, and still shows confidence around without trying too hard, that man gets her curious. And curiosity is the initial step toward attraction. Many men fail because they mistake interest for validation. They believe if they make her comfortable, agree with her all the time, and never challenge her, she would magically fall for them. But the opposite transpires. She places them in the friend zone, in the "he's not fascinating" category. But if you know how to read the signs and send out the right energy, she cannot put you in that friend zone. Rather, she begins to look at you differently. She begins to notice your presence, your self-control. That's when the shift starts. This is why you need to understand that attraction is not about chasing, it's about positioning. It's about building value within oneself, demonstrating discipline, setting objectives, and progressing in life with confidence. Even if she's not interested at the moment, the way you conduct yourself could flip the switch. And the moment she begins to notice these signs, she will begin to perceive you not just as another guy, but as the man she desires to be around. 1. Confidence is the first attraction. If you want to attract any woman, even if she is not interested at first, the very first thing you have to understand is this: confidence is the real attraction. Women have a natural attraction to confidence, the same way fire is attracted to oxygen. Without it, there's no attraction. And here's an intriguing thing: confidence has absolutely nothing to do with being the most handsome man in the room, the wealthiest, or the tallest. It has everything to do with how you carry yourself, how you express yourself, and how you believe in your own value. A woman can feel confident the instant you step into a room. She senses it in your personality, in your body language, and in the way you speak. And if you lack it, she senses it too. Now, many men make the mistake of fake confidence. They try too hard. They act loudly, rudely, or overly forcefully to show that they are confident. But women can detect fake confidence from far away. Genuine confidence doesn't have to scream. Genuine confidence is quiet. It's unshakable. It's how you stand without slouching. It's how you look her in the eyes without fear. Genuine confidence is when you don't feel pressure to impress her since you already know your worth. That's a level of energy that makes her stop and look twice. Here's the reality: if she's not interested at the moment, one of the easiest ways to flip that is by showing confidence in your own space. Never try to change her mind with words, show it with your presence. Concentrate on your objectives. Talk with confidence. And if you give her attention, don't make it appear like you're begging for her validation. Give it like a guy who has choices, who is complete with or without her. This brings about mystery, and mystery stimulates attraction. 2. Mystery creates curiosity. If confidence is the attraction, then mystery is the ignition that draws her attention. Think about it: when something is entirely known, when there are no surprises remaining, the human mind loses interest. If you lay out your entire life in front of her, if you tell her everything about yourself too fast, if you make yourself overly available, she loses curiosity. And if curiosity fades, attraction disappears. On the contrary, the moment she feels that there's something about you she can't quite find out, she becomes interested. That interest makes her mind return to you. Many men destroy this part without knowing it. They share too much. They speak too much. They reveal all their secrets and purposes during the first few interactions. Why? Because they are desperate to be appreciated. But here's the problem: if she already knows all about you, what reasons does she have to think about you later on? None. Mystery is what drives her mind while you're not around. Mystery is what drives her to replay conversations in her thoughts, trying to figure you out. And while her brain is focusing on you, interest is increasing. So, how do you create mystery? Simple: never be an open book straight away. Talk with confidence, yet leave certain things unspoken. Show her aspects of your life, but don't disclose every detail. Share stories, but not all the details. And the most important thing is to live a life outside of her. Let her understand that you have objectives, hobbies, and things you're dedicated to that do not revolve around her. When she sees that she doesn't completely know you, she will unconsciously want to know more. That interest slowly evolves into attraction. 3. Emotional control is power. One of the most powerful strategies to attract a woman, even though she isn't interested at the moment, is to show emotional control. Many men have no idea of this, but women continuously test men without even intending to. They will say things to see how you react. They will pull back to see whether you go after them. They will become cold to find out whether you lose your temper. And here's where the majority of men fail: they allow their emotions to take control. They get frustrated. They beg. They explain too much. Or they try to pressure her to like them. As soon as you lose emotional control, you lose respect in her eyes. Why? Because women are drawn to strength. And strength is not just muscles or wealth. True strength is the capacity to stay calm under tension. It's the capacity to stay focused when things don't go your way. While you can look her in the eye and remain strong even if she's acting aloof, she feels your strength. And strength attracts. Look at it this way: when a woman pulls away and you immediately chase her, what kind of message are you sending? You're indicating she controls you. You're indicating her approval is more important than your own self-worth. But if she pulls away and you stay calm, if you don't get stressed out, when you keep concentrating on your life without chasing her, you show that you are not influenced by her mood. That makes her curious. That makes her wonder why you are so strong while other men fall apart. Here's the reality: emotional control differentiates the men she uses for attention from the men she really wants. A man who is calm and in control of himself shows that he is unique. He shows that he cannot be controlled. And when a woman feels she cannot easily control you, she respects you even more. And respect is the cornerstone of attraction. 4. Stop chasing, begin leading. One of the terrible mistakes men make when a woman isn't interested is chasing her. They send excessive messages. They call too frequently. They try to prove their value through effort, thinking that determination will change her mind. But the truth is clear: the more you chase, the faster she runs away. Chasing indicates that you need her. Leading indicates that she needs you. And women are not naturally attracted to followers. They are attracted to leaders. When you stop chasing and begin leading, you change the balance of power. Rather than trying to adapt to her life, you build a life so strong, so meaningful, that she desires to fit into yours. This is the difference many men never know about. A man who chases is like anyone else, predictable, needy, and replaceable. But a man who leads stands out. He makes choices. He has purpose. He knows where he's heading with or without her. That energy is attractive. Think about it: leadership is not about controlling her. It's about controlling yourself. It's about directing your own route with courage and purpose. When you step into a room, people can sense it. When you talk, people listen because you speak with confidence. And if you interact with her, she feels that you are not looking for her validation. You are just welcoming her into your world. That difference makes her see you in a completely new light. Many women are not attracted to the man who twists his life to please them. They are attracted by the man who has a life so complete that they want to be a part of it. And here's the key: when you stop chasing, you immediately become more appealing. Why? Because scarcity produces value. If you're not always available, if you're not usually chasing, she begins to wonder why. She starts to think about you more. She starts to understand that your attention is scarce, and what is scarce is always more valuable. 5. Consistency builds trust. Attraction is not just about the first impression. It's about what she sees as time passes. Anybody can act confident for a few moments. Anybody can play enigmatic for a single day. But the true power comes when your personality remains steady week after week. And that's where many men fail. They begin strong, but eventually they slip. They strive to impress her at the very start, then their energy disappears. They promise things they never follow through on. They say they're committed to their objectives, but then they become distracted. Women see these little imperfections, and whenever you break your consistency, you lose her trust. And without trust, there cannot be any attraction. Here is the reality: consistency shows value. If you say you're disciplined, stay disciplined. If you say you're chasing targets, then let her see your achievements. If you say you're not crazy for her, then don't fold whenever she tests you. Women appreciate men who do what they say and who don't change their personality just because of pressure or desire. This is what differentiates a man she ignores from a man she respects. And respect will always come before desires. Consistency also develops mental security. Even though she's not interested in you at the moment, when she perceives you as reliable, steady, and grounded, her brain begins to connect you with strength. And it counts because women are wired to be attracted to men whom they can trust. It's not about continually being perfect. It's about being the same solid version of yourself in every context. Not too high, not too low, not desperate when she pulls away, not self-centered when she comes closer, just solid, just unshaken. 6. Purpose is the ultimate attraction. The final and most effective way to attract a woman, even one who isn't interested in the beginning, is to live with a purpose. Purpose is greater than confidence, greater than mystery, and greater than appearance or wealth. Purpose is the spark that inspires you, the reason why you wake up in the morning, and the purpose that keeps you going forward even when life gets difficult. A man with purpose is attractive because he doesn't live for validation. He doesn't live for the limelight, and he doesn't live for women. He lives for something bigger, and that makes him stand out. Here's the fact: women are not innately drawn to men who wander wildly through life. A man without orientation looks lost. And no woman wants to follow a man who doesn't know where he's going. But when you have an objective, when you're creating something, chasing something, or aiming towards something greater than yourself, she feels that vitality. She sees that you're not just staying alive, you're taking the lead. And leadership founded on purpose is appealing. Even though she isn't interested at the moment, purpose has the ability to change her perspective. Why? Because it shows that you are not dependent on her for contentment. It shows that you are not begging for her to fill your void. You already have satisfaction from your objectives. And she becomes curious about that. Women want to be with men who are going in a certain direction, men who are establishing something, and men who stand for something. Purpose makes you special because many men nowadays are distracted, unfocused, or living for weekend getaways. But you become the exception. And here's an advantage of purpose: it makes rejection pointless. When your life is about development, achievement, and legacy, you don't fall just because one woman says no. You keep going. You keep evolving. And that strength alone makes her wonder why her perspective doesn't control you. That interest eventually plants the seed of attraction.